Hey, we are back, Black. Did Jesus come back? Oh, man. We'll try again next Sunday. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. Handling business, doing what they need to do to survive. Let's check in. Vegas, definitely in the house. Shout out to everybody in Vegas. Man, so much shit going on. And, man, death and all this other shit. So shout out to Vegas. Shout out to all my siblings in Vegas. Shout out to the homegirl Shawnee, Philly in the building, Erica, Florida, a.k.a. Florida in the building. Shout out to my brother James Youngblood. James Youngblood, man, you be having me rolling. But James Youngblood be on that fucking interview and shit like a motherfucker. He interviewed a beautiful sister for an award that she was, for an award ceremony that they was at. So he got some chops. He know how to interview and keep it on point. Me, I'll be laughing and bullshit. They'll be like, this nigga cannot interview. James Youngblood be on point. So shout out to that brother. You can always learn from people. He conducted a dope ass interview on this kind of like a red carpet thing. And I said, damn, this nigga need to be in media for real. That's what we need in media. But I digress. Shout out to my brother James Youngblood. Texas is definitely in the building. Shout out to my brother Dave for No Compromise. David, I'm still laughing out the messages, man. Me and David was going back and forth. David was like, Warren G, these people are literally crying. So shout out to David. George is definitely in the building. Man, shout out to the homegirl, Melina, all the way in North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaka. Man, we just gonna touch on it real quick. It's gonna be real quick, but I just want to go over a few things about a reality check. So let's get it. Sunday school, Sunday school, Sunday school, Sunday school, Sunday school is marching on. SUNDAYSCHOOL. That's what we have to sing at Sunday school. I grew up in church, so I know all about that bullshit. Let's get it. Oh, man. We just gonna chop it up a little bit. Man. Hey, I have not ever... It's sad but funny. I don't know about y'all, but I have never seen so many disappointed people, and they're distraught and kind of like in shock. Like, I think people were under this disillusion, like, oh yeah, she really has a chance, all this other stuff. And in that moment, let's break it down, y'all. Me and David was talking about this. Me and James Youngblood was talking about this. Me and my sister Tasha was kind of talking about it too. All those people that was talking all that shit about Trump on a major platform that was going out of their way, those journalists who he was like, y'all were rude, you guys were late, and talking crazy. What's a black job? I bet you y'all motherfuckers is going to be worried about y'all black jobs. That's what you get for being a tool for the dominant society. See, people need to read the United Independent Compensatory Counter-Racist Code of Ethics by Neely Fuller Jr. Neely Fuller Jr. and the Honorable Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I think that's where she got it from, or maybe they coined those terms together, the 9 areas of people activity. And the thing about Neely Fuller Jr. that I learned the most from him, he was like, when you see two dominant society people arguing, do not choose a side. Basically choose the couch, because those are two dominant society people arguing about who's the biggest slave plantation owner. If they're not replacing the system of racism and white supremacy and establishing the system of justice, you don't join a side. You don't join a side. That's from Neely Fuller Jr. On Dr. Claude Anderson's point, and his perspective is, you rent or lease politicians. These people are not your friends. They don't care about you. So we have 2 great examples of what Foundation of Black Americans are supposed to be doing. So when I watched that professional black journalism and they was talking crazy, I'm like, y'all know y'all talking to a billionaire that's probably going to be the president. Remember all those people? Remember I did a podcast, I forgot what it was, and everybody was like, he going to jail. I was like, this nigga's not going to jail, bro. He was already the president. He's up a Billy. All his friends are billionaires. He's not going to prison. That was a major distraction to get you distracted so you could jump on the Democratic plane and talk shit. And now look, all those Democrats, with the exception of Bill and Hillary Clinton, and I hate excluding them, but they didn't say like, there were so many things we could have learned. And you're like, what do you mean, Warren? Let's learn this. Y'all didn't see Bill or Hillary Clinton come out at all. You didn't see Hillary's face. She didn't make any speeches. She didn't come out and endorse Kamala. She was probably pissed. Like, what the fuck is this Indian motherfucker running and motherfuckers didn't believe in me? Maybe she knew she gonna get her ass kicked just like I got mine kicked. But you didn't see Hillary and Bill Clinton come out and endorse her. You didn't see them come out and talk shit about Donald Trump. But all these black folk want to get on these platforms and do the opposite of what Neely Fuller Jr. taught us and Dr. Clyde Anderson taught us. Vote your interest. No, y'all sitting up there. No, because the majority of y'all won't set aside from the Democratic Party. The Roland Martins of the world. The people. And Van Jones got $100 million from Jeff Bezos. I don't even know why this nigga is still crying. He's a certified Sambo. What are you doing crying and Bezos already gave you $100 million? Somebody give me $100 million. You ain't gonna never see me again. Never. I'll still do my podcast with no picture on it, but you ain't finna be seeing me up here crying. I just don't know what we're gonna do with the women. You know, we can't even protect our women. Nigga, well, why don't you donate that $100 million to all the women that you want to help? Man, get your bald head motherfucking ass off the goddamn TV crying for no damn reason. Man. I'm just looking at Fannie Willis. Yeah, you may have won the election, but this is the president of the United States of America. And the last time I checked, Georgia is a Republican state. So while you took the time to go after Young Thug, who was exonerated and got 15 years of probation, you said, oh, but he ain't going to prison. So y'all want us to go against all of our black folk, right? And go against them. He should be locked up in jail. But then when it comes to the dominant society, we supposed to just look the other way. We still ain't talking about Harvey Weinstein. We ain't talking about him, huh? The Playboy Bunny Mansion, that was nothing but a sex trafficking ring. And we ain't seen nobody talk about that shit. But motherfuckers want to go after P. Diddy and all that. You know what would be quite ironic? If they fuck with P. Diddy and Trump pardons him. Trump is known to do that. He pardoned Harry O. Death Row Records. That's why Harry O came out and was like, no. Trump was pardoning a lot of black people. I'm just putting all this shit out there. You notice all these people are now silent. I saw Kamala's. We got a lot of work to do, okay? And what we're going to do is unite, okay? You know, and we worked really hard. And, you know, I went to an HBCU and I prosecuted transcontinental sex trafficking rings, okay? And when I did that, his name is Joe Biden in 32 days. Like, come on, y'all. All those, you know what y'all should do? When y'all see Democrats that's mad, y'all should laugh at their asses and be like, that's what you get for putting your heart and soul into some shit that don't even believe in you. Because to vote means to wish, to make a wish. Etymology, look it up. So go ahead. Tell them, oh, well, you should have voted. You say, no, I'll vote for the couch. And then if they say, well, why? Say, have you read Dr. Clyde Anderson's Powernomics? And if they say no, then we don't really have anything to discuss because that's what my belief system is in. I follow that belief system. And if they're going to be like, what does it talk about? Nah, I suggest you read the book because I don't want to get into it because people that haven't read the book, they're just going to argue down about some shit they don't know about. Don't get into four-wall effect arguments with people that haven't read Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics by Dr. Clyde Anderson. If they haven't read those books, don't even go back and forth with people. For what? You're just wasting time. It's a time-wasting mechanism. Oh, yeah. Reality check is in the air. I love it. Man, I've been laughing every time I turn my news feed on my phone, I'll be rolling. Because now you don't hear a lot of bullshit about people talking shit about Trump. See, I'm that nigga that'll be like, no. Y'all had all that energy for Donald Trump. And the Democrats had all this energy and was shaming black folk for not voting for this lady, knowing she ain't black. So where the fuck are y'all at now? That's what y'all get. Shaming people, trying to make it about women. Man, it ain't never been about no woman. Because if that's the case, then if that's the case, this is twice that y'all done prop somebody up. At least with Hillary, she's a bona fide, certified politician. This lady, we just saw her 4 years ago when she was calling herself trying to run. Listening to Cardi B, lying, talking about respect to Fife and Tupac and Biggie. Tupac and Biggie went out in the 80s. Oh, okay, well, maybe I was listening to somebody else. You know, because I make greens in the tub. And, yeah, I do my greens. So, you black? Yeah, I'm black. Okay. And then you see her with the damn East Indian actor. And she's like, you grew up East Indian. Yes, I did. Okay. And all these spices, that's what my mom made. Yeah, I grew up East Indian. Then you see her around Latinos. Oh, I love you too. And then she get around niggas. You better thank a young member. I said, man, what is this? I just want to know where are all these people that had all this energy for black people because we didn't want to vote for her. And we didn't want to vote for him. And then we weren't shaming people for voting for Trump. No, I wasn't shaming people. When people was like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump, I was laughing like, I don't blame you. Shit, the economy is fucked up like a motherfucker. Every time you talk to the Democrats, you be like, hey, man, the economy is fucked up right now. Interest rates are 6.2. Oh, well, it was like that under the Trump administration. No, it wasn't. The nigga was in office for 4 years. The fuck are y'all talking about? Well, he didn't handle certain things right. Okay, well, whatever. I know he told the truth. He said Joe Biden has been a career politician for 40 years and he's done more harm to black people than good. I know the Republican Party reached out to Ice Cube and said, hey, man, we would like to have a sit down with you. The Democrats was like, fuck y'all niggas. We got y'all vote in the bag, not knowing that y'all didn't even secure the Latino vote. Them Latinos was like, you can't beat them. Let's join them, eh? Let's join them, fool. That's why a lot of those white Hispanics, you know, the Emilio Estevez's, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen's brother, who is a white Hispanic, was like, we're going to go ahead and vote for Donald Trump. Sorry. I don't care how many Latinos is in Florida. Florida is a Republican state. That's what you get. That's why I'm like, where are those professional black journalism? Where they asses at? Oh, a lot of motherfuckers ain't. Look, let me tell y'all something. A lot of these people y'all saw talking all this shit ain't gonna have jobs next 4 years. And if the Democratic Party was smart, what they would do is we need to have a real conversation with foundational black Americans. Not no fake one. Not no you better thank our union member. None of that bullshit. We need to have a real honest conversation with foundational black Americans so we can get to the crux of the problem. Stop the benign neglect, because that's what you're doing. Most people don't even know what benign neglect is. Let's just act like these niggas don't exist. Let's just act like they don't exist. So these are just things that, you know, I've been laughing. All the stories, and then, look, shit ain't gonna be perfect under no presidency, but the one thing I want people to understand about Powernomics is vote your interest. Vote as a block. Like I said, when's the last time y'all saw a whole bunch of Chinese people get into it about who they gonna vote for? No, it's only black folk. They choose us because we set the table for everybody else. So people are like, well, who black people vote for? And then they go on with that. And motherfuckers is like, oh, this, you know, Van Jones and all them, this is really letting me know how racist this country is. Nigga, this country's built off of racism, white supremacy. Why is everybody acting like they didn't know that then? Then they try to go for the women. Oh, you know, you women, y'all ain't gonna have no rights. And you know, man, it's like, dog, get out of here. First of all, let's keep this above. I am not trying to pay taxes so people that are in prison could say, I no longer identify as Jim Bob, I identify as Cindy. No, you're in prison for a reason. You shouldn't even have time to be having some identity crisis. Why would I want my taxpayer dollars going to prisons so people could have sex changes? Do that when you get out of prison with your own fucking money. Don't do that with taxpayers' dollars. What the fuck kind of insanity is that? I don't want my fucking taxpayer dollars going to no sucker shit like that. Oh, I identify such and such, so I want to have a sex change. Well, you can do that when you get the fuck out of prison. and use your own money to do it. And Medicare shouldn't be paying for no changes like that either. Come on, bro. Insurance is supposed to be for health. If you have health issues, not, oh, well, I want to be a he bitch, so this is what I'm using for. No, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going for this. And you said, Warren, why are you talking about this? Because the Democratic parties, especially you black Christians like Jamal Bryant and the rest of these preachers coming up, now you know good damn well that is not voting your interest. Telling people to vote for this woman talking about we gonna use taxpayer dollars so people can have sex changes in prison. All you black Christians, man, should be ashamed of yourself for even thinking that. Like, who want to pay taxes for that? It's so funny, too. Ask a Democrat. Ask a union member. Say, hey, so you want all your money to go to these illegal immigrants? It's like 15 million of them over here. They getting $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 worth of food stamps. How much food stamps you get? And who do you report to at these corporate plantation jobs? Probably an immigrant. So no, I don't believe in this is the land of the free. No, this is the land of the people who built it, who have paid into this system. So I don't believe, I'm a firm believer of, no. You said, Warren, why are you saying that? No, if you are over here illegally, I can't go to no other country, live off their resources, and then turn around and talk shit about the people because they're not moving as fast as I am. No. I get sick of that whole goddamn, I came over here with $1 in my pocket and I got businesses. Man, y'all allowed to have businesses. That's why. The dominant society knows exactly what they're doing. As Dr. Claude Anderson stated, they want to make foundational black Americans, or native blacks, as he said, permanent underclass. That's why all these other racial groups love black folk being the welcome mat. Letting us be the doormat so they can talk shit about us. But now that Trump got in, like, remember I kept saying this a long time? I was like, Trump is an equal opportunity racist. So he don't like no racial group unless you white and you a billionaire or you got money. And that's fine. I can deal with that because that's up front. That's overt and up front. No, a lot of black folk, they like the blue pill smoothie racists. They like the racists that tell you you got a future at your corporate plantation job, then they get in the room with all their white buddies and call you ghetto and nigga this and nigga that. That's what they like. And that's what they're used to. That's most black Christians. Straight up. Most black Christians think that way. Oh yeah, they cool. Shit, they was doing a stanky leg. And they go in the damn office and be like, oh my God, these black people are so just ghetto. So dumb. They're just dumb niggers. Like, that's what a lot of black Christians like. At these black churches, they need to have forums where they teach young black people how to deal with racism, white supremacy. They need to have an offshoot. Instead of breaking into classes and talking about Sunday school, you need to have a real professional come in there that has thoroughly read about racism, white supremacy. I would love to do it at a black church. I'd be killing. I'd be like, look, let me tell you what y'all need to be looking out for. Let me tell you how to conduct yourself. Let me tell you what you need to be looking for. See, we get on these jobs and think all these immigrants are our friends. No, they are not. And I got love for the Latino community, but y'all have not been so kind to foundational black Americans when it comes to these corporate plantation jobs. I can think of one Latino, and she has been just a lovely sister the whole time. One. I can think of one. All the rest of them I work with, they've been horrible. They have been horrible. Because they so busy trying to get they set aside. So, this reality check is, I'm loving it. That's why I be looking at these Democrats like, yeah, what y'all gonna say now? Now you can't sling shit like domesticated primates because guess what? You lost. And now ain't no need of scrambling. And guess what's going to happen? Your sister girl, your ski, she's going to go away and she's not going to come back. Watch. And then they'll find the next sucker then it'll go back to being a guy. Those days are over with. Y'all done awaken a lot of people that are like not feeling it. The United States of America, like I said before, has spoken. No more benign neglect. Reality check. The reality check is this. While y'all up here, black people, being a tool for the dominant society, the other white people was like, look at these dumb niggas. Look at them. We own the jobs. We give them their platforms. There's more Donald Sterlings in the world than y'all think that are billionaires and got money. And look at what they're thinking. Let me tell you what dominant society was thinking when you had all these black people talking about Trump is racist, Trump is this. Those dominant society people that got money are like, oh my God, silly little Negroes. Oh my God, these guys are the dumbest people on the planet. They don't know. We're in bed together. Us and the Republicans. We're putting these people to work. We're giving them their paychecks. Who y'all think run these corn plantations? What do y'all think is going on? Why y'all stumping so hard for somebody? Good luck. And like I said before, I'd rather you be racist up front than be smiling with me and go in the room. And like Dr. Francis Cresswell said, tell us what's being said. We're not in the room. They dominate 9 area of people activities: labor, law, sex, religion, war, economics, entertainment, education, politics. They dominate those areas of activity. And we sitting up here arguing amongst each other why we ain't voting in a system that is a sick society, where they give you the Republican Party that don't like niggas and then give you the Democratic Party that don't like niggas. But we got to vote for the two. And then when you be like, nah, I'm not going to vote. Oh, you should be complaining. You don't think I had black people try to tell me that? Man, I check the shit out of somebody in a very intellectual way. See, that's the problem with y'all young folk. Y'all be the main ones complaining, right? I didn't say nothing. I just let her get it off. And then and then I think it was her mom. Babe, why you ain't vote? You need to vote because voting is important. I was like, but what if I don't want to vote? This is when Joe Biden. I was like, what if I don't want to vote for Biden? Why you don't want to vote for Biden? I'm like, nah, I don't like getting into that. And then they was like, but y'all young people be complaining a lot. And I don't understand why y'all young people be complaining. Y'all don't want to vote. I said, my taxes tell me different. And they were like, what does that mean? I said, my property taxes on the house that I own tells me a lot different about why I should be able to complain. And then everybody hushed the fuck up. Because they thought I was just some dumb nigga running my mouth. And I was trying to be respectful. I was trying not to say nothing. But I'm like, my taxes pay me. I pay a lot of taxes. So yeah, I'm going to complain. And anybody else who pays a lot of taxes can complain. Well, everybody pay taxes. That don't mean they can complain. I was like, yes, they can. If somebody's taking taxes out of my check that's unwarranted, yeah, I'm going to complain. Whether I vote or not, I should be able to complain. And they was like, oh, well, that doesn't mean nothing because what did one of the sisters say? She was like, that doesn't mean nothing. Everybody pay taxes, but it's the people that own property. And I was like, well, my home that I pay my property taxes, since you brung that up, because I wasn't trying to bring that up. But since you wanted to bring that up, because, black people want to shame people and then try to throw little digs in there. And once I said that, they all got quiet. And there was a sister that was in there that was probably like my age, a little younger, and she was laughing her ass off because they was mad at her. Oh, this is a true story. They was mad at her because they was looking at her like, oh, you sound like her. And she was like, like looking at me like, I agree with you. I'm not just going to vote for him just because y'all telling me to. I was like, no. And then when I was like, yeah, my property taxes tells me different too. I pay property taxes. Yes. And then they didn't know what to say. And there was only one person there laughing. That was the girl that thought like me. She was laughing her ass off. And they was pissed off. They didn't even tell me about it. I said, man, no. Oh, I've gotten into it with a few black people. Like, oh, I'm like, man, y'all niggas. I said, look. I told one black family, I said, look. This one I was working at the corn plantation at this other job. And I said, look. I follow the principles of Dr. Claude Anderson. They was like, who is that? I was like, exactly. That's why I don't want to get into it. Well, is that, what they had the nerve to say? Well, he's telling you not to vote. He said no. I said no. Actually, no. He tells you to vote your interest and that politicians, you should lease or rent them because they're not your friends. And you should vote as a voting block. And then he gives examples of how in every city they have a little Italy, a little Haiti, a little Havana, a little Latino town, Korean town. I started giving them examples and they was real quiet. And I was like, but here in Vegas, we have the West Side. Yep, we got the West Side. We got Mario's. I said, Mario's is owned by a Latino. Mario's is not owned by a Foundation of Black America. He's not owned by a black person. I said that one of the native restaurants that's over there that's owned by black persons is Annie's Kitchen. Just to let you know. Annie's Kitchen has been around forever. And I told them this. I said, oh, and by the way, If you guys are not familiar with Annie's Kitchen, she was on Dirty Dining for having an A plus in her restaurant 10 years in a row. That's why the line is around the block when you go there to get food. I know because I've eaten food there before. And they were so fucking quiet, man. I was rolling. I was like, man, I love getting people. It's quiet. It's like, oh, well, I guess you got it all figured out. I said, yeah, I do. But thank you. Bye. They was like, oh, uppity nigga. No, it's called education. Y'all going off what y'all watching on TV. Remember, stop drinking the blue pill smoothie. Take the red pill so you can be awakened and understand what's going on. That's my time. Reality check is a motherfucker. Guilty, nigga. Peace. Okay, and I've been a prosecutor, and I was a side bitch for about 5 years. Okay.